Good morning, viewers. This is Global Entertainment News TV. I am your host, Busola, and welcome to our newspaper review segment. Let's start with the pop. Agric infrastructure funds. Experts divide over raise. FG adds 4.5 trillion naira agric infrastructure funds to the next. President submits reviews budget MTEF to NAS. FG votes more fund for BOI orders. President submits reviewed budget (MTEF) to NAS. FG votes more fund for BOI and others. Up to the next. Dangote Refinery: FCCPC differs as NNPCL insists on fuel import. Dangote Refinery: FCCPC differs as NNPCL insists on fuel imports. Moving on to the next. PDP Secretary: Wike camp kicks as BOT backs governor. PDP Secretary: Wike camp kicks as BOT backs governor. Up to the next. Secession: Nigeria didn't learn from civil war, says Dogara. Nigeria didn't learn from civil war. Moving on to the next. Transporters: NLC chapters TUC reject highway tolling. Transporters: NLC chapters TUC reject highway tolling. Up to the next. Tinubu demands school safety as fire kills 17 in Zamfara Islamic School. Tinubu demands school safety as fire kills 17 in Zamfara Islamic School. Moving on to the next. Edo Tribunal: INEC lists 5 witnesses over governor poll. INEC lists 5 witnesses over governor poll. To the next. Nollywood filmmaker jailed 5 years for drug trafficking. Nollywood filmmaker jailed 5 years for drug trafficking. Moving on to the next. Ogun assault: Falana received elderly victims plan charges against remanded monarch. Falana received elderly victims planned charges against remanded monarch. That's it for the Punch. We move now to Vanguard. Expert warns of dangers as Tinubu jack up 2025 budget to 54.2 trillion naira. Experts warn of dangers as Tinubu jack up 2025 budget to 54.2 trillion naira. Moving on to the next. Lagos Assembly crisis: Meranda survives as Tinubu fails to meet GAC team. Meranda survives as Tinubu Bagudu: Why Tinubu raise budget 2025 by 4.52 trillion naira. Bagudu: Why Tinubu raise budget 2025 by 4.52 trillion naira. Tinubu holds talk with French leader Macron in Paris. Tinubu to hold talk with French leader Macron in Paris. Moving on to the next. Senate okay sack of Abia, Adamawa, Sokoto RECs. Senate okays sack of Abia, Adamawa, Sokoto RECs. Up to the next. Ohando distributes 1.28 billion shares to shareholders. Ohando distributes 1.28 billion shares to shareholder. Up to the next. Custom military ministry meets over 4% levy on imported cargoes. Customs ministry meets over 4% levy on imported cargoes. Moving on to the next. Anyanwu Ude Okoye field split PDP. Anyanwu Ude Okoye field split PDP. Up to the next. 1 trillion naira for solid minerals sector. 1 trillion naira for solid minerals sector. Up to the next. Bank of Agric gets 1.5 trillion naira for recapitalization in additional estimates. Bank of Agric gets 1.5 trillion naira for recapitalization in additional estimates. Up to the next. INEC tenders Edo poll results before tribunal. INEC tenders Edo poll results before tribunal. Up to the next. Abure accuses NLC for destabilizing LP. Abure accuses NLC of destabilizing LP. That's it for the nation. We move now to the guide. Poor funding, capacity opening Amotekun mandate in South-West. Poor funding, capacity opening Amotekun mandate in South-West. Up to the next. Tinubu okays 65 years retirement age for health workers. Tinubu okays 65 years retirement age for health workers. Moving on to the next. FGI's diversification, infrastructure, security in 4.53 trillion naira review of 2025 budget. FGI's diversification, infrastructure, security in 4.53 trillion naira review of 2025 budget. Up to the next. Suspended Ogun monarch remanded in correctional center over assault. Suspended Ogun monarch remanded in correctional center over assault. Up to the next. Nigerians' output growth may slip to 0.8%, says report. Nigerians' output growth may slip to 0.8%, says report. Up to the next. PDP trustees move meeting to hotel over security concerns. PDP trustees move meeting to hotel over security concerns. To the next. Dangote begins fuel export to Saudi Arabia, pushes capacity to 550,000 bpd. Dangote begins fuel export to Saudi Arabia, pushes capacity to 550,000 bpd. To the next. WFP invests 1.2 billion naira, $2.5 billion to tackle hunger nutrition. WFP invested 1.2 billion naira, $2.5 billion to tackle hunger and nutrition. Up to the next. Ohando rewards shareholders with 1.28 billion shares. Ohando rewards shareholders with 1.28 billion shares. That's it for the newspaper review segment. Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, same time, same station. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News TV. I've been your host.